Welcome back to another episode of Uncle Bo TV. I am Cuzzo Smith. Man, I have one of my classmates, he he done so much ever since, high school, man. He became a gamer, a streamer, you know what I'm saying? A traveling guru, you
Sure.
feel what I'm saying? So, shout out to my brother, Lakin Brown, bro. What's it happening,
What's going on? What's going on?
man? I think it's pretty dope seeing, some of the traveling pictures that you've taken. I kind of want to start by, by saying, man, it's kind of awesome seeing like black men travel. I'm gonna just start by that because you feel me. Like when we get used to certain things, we kind of just stay there and just, be in our be in our
hmm
comfortability. You feel what I'm saying? So,
Yep.
take me through that. Like, what made you want to travel?
I really like you said. You start to feel it. The older you get, you start feeling. Then it's you seem to be like stuck in a day to day. Like you're doing the same thing all day, every day. So one day you just get up and just be like, you know what, I'm gonna do something different. And
Hmm.
a lot of people don't know, but even though I be traveling all this other stuff like that, I don't really like to. You know, I'm a homebody. I like being at the house, man. Yeah, that's where it's comfortable. Feel like that's where
Hmm.
it's safe at. That's where everything I own is there. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, with the whole thing, when we trying to do different things with the whole streaming, so I feel like in order for that to even be a success, you got to be able to see things from a different point of view.
Yeah.
So I take that upon. That's why I do a lot of the traveling now, just to branch out. And most of the time, it just be like the guys, the buds that just hit me up, be like, "Hey, Link, man, we trying to go out somewhere. We need to go." In the back of my head, I'm like, man, I don't even want to go. You know what? It'd be good for me. Oh yeah, get on, get out there and see the
Hmm.
world. You know what I'm saying? You never
Hell
know.
yeah. Yeah, I've been down to get out too, man. I can't wait to get my passport. I gotta hurry up and get that, man.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
that's
as
my
soon as I
next
wanted
move.
to get it, that damn COVID shit happened, bro. But now I gotta get mine.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Like, yeah, like let's start with childhood. Like, what was it like growing up, bro?
Nothing crazy. Probably the same. Same old little black kid story. Single mom for the most part. Had a couple of siblings. I got like 4, 5 now, but at the time, it was a bunch of us. So we struggled a little bit, but you know, it was straight. She did what she was supposed to do. I think we turned out all right. Could have been bad, could have been better, but we all right.
That's fine. Okay, so like what was that like? Because growing up, I didn't have my dad either. Like, was he like available at all, or was it just like a nah, I ain't gonna be around?
So yeah, it's crazy because my situation probably a little different than others, but he was definitely available. I guess I knew where he was at. Mom moved around a lot, but I guess if I wanted to, I could have got into contact. But at the time, it was just me pretty much just looking out for my siblings because I was the oldest at the time. So I didn't really, he didn't really cross my mind as much as, others probably do. So that's for the most part, that's really what it was. We trying to build and do a little something now that I'm older and we both, free. But, he was young at the time. He was out doing whatever he wanted to do.
Hmm.
I wasn't really pressed, but, so that's pretty much. I ain't say I ain't need him or nothing like that, but luckily I had a stepfather, so um,
Right, right.
during the upper year time of my life, so and he filled that void. But other than that, it was fine. We made it. We made it work.
That's what's up, man. So like, you got any kids now?
Nah, not
No,
yet.
no kids, not yet. Okay, so there's room. Like you want some in the future, right?
Oh yeah. If I had a choice, I'd probably have 100 of them. Honestly, I like
Yeah.
I like kids.
Okay, I feel you. So what is that role like? Are you still like kind of like older brother to your younger siblings, or is it more like I'll let them do their own thing? You know.
It's right in the middle, man. I try to let them do their own thing, but when you're the oldest, you see them make a certain mistake, and you're like, I'm trying to stop that before you go. I'm been there, relax. So,
Mm-hmm.
but for the most part, I try to let them, be out there and get it on their own, and not try to be a parent, because at the end of the day, now everybody at the age where they ain't got to listen to me. They can
Yeah.
do their own thing. So I try to give them that freedom, and then when things hit the fan, they come by. I don't tell them I told you so, but You know,
Mm.
had to listen, you'd have been all right. But you know, it's better off. They better off than you know, like I was at the age. So I give them that leeway.
I feel you. I feel you. So, like, what is, what's your thoughts on, mental health? Like, how's your mental health right now?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's actually a hard like question to ask because you know you think you got it all together, you know, but
Hmm.
I think I'm pretty solid on you know on at least on mine's. I just feel like being the oldest, I had a you know more responsibilities and certain things, so I was able to be a little more open minded to certain things. I was the only boy for a long time. It was just my mom and my three sisters, so I seen things from a different point of view. So I've always been pretty good when it came to that kind of stuff. But like I said, unless you're tested and asked certain questions, you don't really know what's wrong with you until you know those questions present themselves. You know.
Okay. Okay. So that's the thing. So it's like, what are some of the because there's people out here watching. So I would say that, like, what would you say to a person that's not necessarily your relative, but the ones who are between, like, 18 and 20 and don't necessarily know how to find their way? Like, what's some of the best things that you can say as far as, like, mental health?
For the most part, it's kind of hard, but you know, I would say just think about it. At the end of the day, just think about it. It's gonna be you in the end of it all. It's gonna be you by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Everybody around you gonna follow their own dreams. They gonna live their own life. You just gotta figure out something you're passionate about and do whatever you can to make that happen. Whether it's doing it by making money or doing it as a little side gig, a hobby. You just gotta. I feel like you just gotta do it like that because tomorrow not promised. So.
Facts. Facts. All right, so let's get into the fun topics. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into the fun topics. So, I see that you got a couple Funko Pops behind you. We done discussed that already.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
like are you a Marvel fan or like DC? What's going on? Like, what's the collectibles for?
Well, it's more anime actually. I'm more on the anime scene of things.
All right.
Um I've been into it for a long time. I ain't like, super like crazy on it. I mean, I don't know, that's kind of relative. But at the end of the day it's kind of like what if I like it, I just get it. I got a couple of Lil Wayne, my favorite artist, so I got a couple of him up there.
Okay.
So they vary a lot, but I want to say the majority of my stuff is based on like anime, all the fun stuff, little Dragon Ball, stuff like that.
Okay, so that's the thing. So I had another interview today, and we were talking about how black people love anime, bro, and how
Yeah,
we went from, like, middle school, people thought it was lame, to high school you'd be like, okay, a couple people fucks with
yeah,
it, but then when you leave high school, you become an adult, bro. Like, you see damn near everybody
yeah,
actually love this thing. You feel me? So
yeah.
it's like, take me through your thoughts on, like, more and more black people, being it, well, like in anime, because we haven't been in these anime, cartoons or shows yet. But
Right.
the fact that we like it, what's your thoughts on that?
Like you said, I feel like, in my opinion, I feel like we've always been there. We just may not have known that's what we like. Growing up young, you was watching Dragon Ball on Cartoon Network. You ain't know that was anime. You were just watching it. Your parents called it cartoon, so that's what you thought it was.
Mm-hmm.
It's not until you like get like for me, how it happened for me is one day I was just like, I want to rewatch all the some nostalgia stuff. I want to rewatch all the Dragon Ball Z stuff. So I just looked it up. I was like, I just want to watch it online. So I looked, watch episode 1 and stuff like that. And then you start seeing, relatable titles and relatable stuff. You're like, oh, okay, did they say this just like this? Or, what I'm saying, I want to see what this is about. And then, as that goes on and on and on and on, now all of a sudden you don't watch the whole bunch of stuff. You say, oh, snap, I might be into this. I might be into this. And then it ain't till then where, like you said, once you see that, you start understanding what it is. You go out and you start noticing stuff all of a sudden. And they say, oh, okay, so this is the anime too. You know what I'm saying? And then when you do that, you start meeting certain people, putting yourself in certain situations, and then. But like I said, I feel like black people is always like that. But you get brought up like, oh no, that's
Yeah.
weird and all that other stuff. You kind of force yourself to chill out on it. But then when you get grown, it's like, man, I don't even care.
Right.
And
Yeah.
then that's when you start
It.
noticing certain things when you start just, like I said, just opening your mind and be like, man, I ain't worried about nobody thinking about this stuff no more. Maybe I'll go to a convention, you know, and then you go in there, you be seeing people just like, golly. Had I just been myself the whole time, I've been all right.
Mm-hmm.
You
I've
know?
yet to go to a Comic-Con. I need to go out to one, bro, because it's like it's kind of dope seeing like I'll be seeing black people being all like kind of anime costumes, and I kind of think it's dope, and it just makes you think like, yo, what if we could actually start being in these movies and stuff like that? You know what I'm saying? So I think that's something that could really be big around like 2025 sometime. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Man, it's in the works. So
yeah.
So to stay on that, I believe Kevin Hart recently invested in something like that. I think it's called like Black Sands Entertainment, and I think it's kind of like an Egyptian kind of anime kind of version, you know.
Right.
So we're getting there, you know what I'm saying, slowly but surely. So the next thing I want to talk to you about is streaming. You know what I'm saying? Like we see a lot of gaming streamers, and a lot of them are making money. You know what I'm saying? And now they're offering kids to go to college for esports. So what's your thought on that?
Right. I think that's dope. I feel like anytime there's an opportunity for kids to, you know, follow their dream and just be able to do what they like to do, whether it's for, you know, for money or just to do it, I think that's always dope. I always think, you know, I'm a firm believer that, you know, the kids are the future, and yeah, so I'm definitely cool on that.
Yeah, because I was thinking the same thing, because it's like the fact that they went towards scholarships. It's another way for, you know, black people to get into college, you know, besides outside of sports. You know what I'm saying? So it's another opportunity to actually show that we can definitely become big in another aspect. You feel what I'm saying? So I mean, to go from anime to actual gaming to movies, it will be a big step. So I'm happy about that. You know? And then like I was saying before, it was like just these kids who are just known for streaming on YouTube. They don't look like me and you, right? So it's like the more that we actually put, hey, you know, keep going, keep doing this thing, you know, that you like gaming. I understand, you know, when I was growing up, it was considered weird because all you do is just play in the house all day. You don't talk to anybody. But now that it's become this whole revolution, it's like, of course, man, hey, son, keep going, keep doing your thing, bro. You feel what I'm saying? So I mean, I would love to see more black streamers. You feel what I'm saying? I would love to see it. So is that something that you're gonna, you know, start doing more often?
Yeah, I definitely want to start doing it. It's just like the problem with me is that like my personality is split, because, you know, I'm also an athlete. You probably can relate to that one. You know, I still go out there and try to do my thing every now and then, and it's hard to make a balance with that kind of stuff, man. You know, you want to go outside, still got to exercise. You know, still got to keep the body right and all this other stuff, and then have to come home and, you know what, I got a passion for that too. So it's a balance, but we're trying to get it down, but try to put more focus on that, you know, try to build a love for that the same way I got a love for the sports side of things. So like I said, like we brought up earlier, it's just taking the leap and just trying to go ahead and just jump right into certain things, man. Because I love them. I'd always like to play the games, you know what I'm saying? Whether it was like Madden and all the other, you know, goofy games back in the day, but definitely try to stream out into other things like certain anime games and all this other stuff, and actually try to get in the competition scene of things. But yeah, it's difficult with the with work and everything else, but we're gonna get it together.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Because I would love to see somebody that I know excel in this streaming shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's way too much money out there that these boys making for us to not get.
Yeah, that's what really got me into it. I said, you telling me these boys get to just sit there, look at the screen, and just do the same thing I'm doing, and be, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, don't make no sense, bro. But I tell you what, bro, I'm definitely gonna start trying to partake in some of this streaming. You hear me? Yeah. But yeah, next thing, next topic. So it's like, okay, like I was saying before, you know how we can get in a certain way of just staying put in our area. We don't like to leave or whatever the case may be. And it's like, I know you travel, outside of America, but it's kind of tougher because I've heard that it's easier to travel outside of our country as Black men than it is to travel within our country, right? So
Right.
would you say, what percentage would you believe in that?
I feel I don't know. Like I ain't been all over the place, but I feel like it just pretty much based on who you are, how you present yourself and things of that nature. I want to say I feel like everything is pretty much 50-50. It kind of
Mm-hmm.
depends on where you're going. One place ain't the same as another place. I mean, they love us out there in like Japan and places like that. It's a kind of a different type of foreign to them. They like the way the hair looked and stuff like that. That everybody got those. The weirdos, the
Fetishes.
yeah, everybody got those. But it really just depends on where you go, man. I feel like every place has a different culture. Every city grew up a certain way, so it all really depends on where you're going. So I'll put it straight down the middle, man. I say it's 50-50.
50-50. All
You
right,
never know
that's
what you're
cool.
gonna get.
Yeah, that's what it is. You never know what you're gonna get. But what would you say? Like, what was the what would you say your favorite place was outside of America that you've been?
Let me think. Well, I ain't really been outside though. Closest I've been was I did a buddy of mine had went to, like I said, a buddy of mine went to Japan, and he FaceTimed me and pretty much showed me. I pretty much did a little FaceTime with him for the trip because I wasn't able to go because of work and the case may be. So I feel
Mm-hmm.
like I went, but like I said, that's pretty much everything he got there. Everybody wanted to touch the hair and stuff and like all like that.
Mm-hmm.
We're pretty tall compared to them as well. They got a couple of tall ones out there, but it's rare. So everybody was like, really wanted to touch on the height, like try to touch shoulders and stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
it was just a different experience. It's cool to go into an area, he said, and just made it look like everybody just want to know about you and stuff like that. They
Mm-hmm.
couldn't understand nothing they were saying, but you could feel it.
Yeah.
But I say that's a pretty far place. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. I really love the everything that the Asian community has
right,
brought to us. You feel what I'm saying?
right,
Especially like starting off, bro. Like I don't know about you, but I started off playing Nintendo. You feel what I'm
right,
saying? Like everything about them in gaming is very unique. Just technology in general. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel like the more of us that go over there, you feel me, and we learn their culture or whatever the case may be, that could be just such a powerful goddamn combination. That should be like Trunks and Gohan. That you
right,
understand me?
right,
Like nigga, that should be tough. You feel me? So
right,
I think that man, I'm talking about even Blasian people are beautiful. You understand what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
So
right.
it's just everything about I don't know, like just their culture is very unique. So I understand why you would say like that's probably the best spot. Like even though you didn't go, I'm pretty sure like somebody invited you right now, you'll hop on the plane.
Oh
You
yeah,
feel
yeah,
me?
yeah. It's definitely on the list. So I'll definitely be out there. Hopefully in the next couple of years.
Oh yeah, man. But yeah, man. So what is it about? Because I know you play sports in the basketball. You feel what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Um, what is it about Kyrie Irving? You feel me? Because
Hmm.
I love mental health, and I feel like he's one of the key guys who's like just all about it. You feel me? So I'm gonna ask you this question: do you think that Kyrie Irving was low key either selfish for what he did, or do you think it was literally like he stands for who he is? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, in a good way. You feel me? Because there's one way to stand up for for what you want or who you are, but then there's another thing to really be like, I don't care. Like, I'm
Right,
nonchalant to the fact that I'm dissing my team. You feel me?
right.
So, what is your?
Well, I think it's what you say. I think if you stand firm on what you believe in, I think you have no choice pretty much but to be selfish because he's trying to make a change for not only for like what's going on in around him, but for like himself. He got to go home to like a black family and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So just in the inside of what he had going on, maybe he was like, I don't feel right doing this. You know what I'm saying? It sucks that him making the decisions like that, they kind of halting him from doing other things. And it's not that wasn't his fault. He would love to play. You know what I'm saying? And certain things like that. It's not like he said, "Oh, I don't want to play because I'm doing this." He said, "I would love to play, and I would also love, to be doing this at the same time." But it was like they tried to shackle the man. The man said, "No, what y'all not finna do." You know what I'm saying? So he said that's what it takes for me to follow a dream that I'm assuming that he has for himself and his people. And then, hey, I feel like I'm all for it. It's bigger than basketball, as they say.
I like that. I like that.
And luckily for him, he got the money, so he missed a couple games. He ain't worried about it.
For real. And that's the thing, that bring all that playoff shit, that don't mean nothing to him. And I kind of like that, Because, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Because, at first, I was one of those people who was just like, nah, man, he tripping. He putting his own self before the team. But it's like when you have certain values and certain standards and you actually stand on that, I can get behind that. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, so besides that, it's another question I want to ask you when it comes down to sports and mental health. Do you think that, as far as like some players who travel to certain cities or maybe doing too much or maybe fatigued, who maybe want to take a break, you feel me? It's an away game, but at the same time, these kids have been wanting to see you play, right? What's your thought on these players saying, "Nah, I'm not going to play"? You feel what I'm saying?
That's fair. Them kids ain't paying the bills now. Oh, I mean, technically they is, but I don't know. That's a thin line, man. It's like I love the kids too, but I don't know about hurting myself for them. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you're tired, you're tired. But like you said, sometimes it's a once in a lifetime experience, especially when you know that one of them kids could be like the biggest fan and things like that. And I'm all for the kids. So like I said, I feel like it just depends on the individual. If you willing to put your body on the line just to impress a kid, just to be that player they see on TV and live, that's you. But at the same time, if you're like, I get it, I understand, but I got to make sure I'm able to play for the next kid. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, again, right down the middle, man. I feel like it's all decision. You never know.
And man, I think that's something to really take in accountability because a lot of these players are really actually doing a lot of things they don't want to do, as far as like constantly have to talk to reporters right after a game. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's like, hey, they might need like 30 minutes to take in what just happened. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like I feel like just being force-fed the media all the time or always have to be in the limelight, I feel like these guys need something or some way that it could be like a break to where it's like, all right, we'll get into it tomorrow, especially if it's something where it's just like, right after a game, they done got blown out, you know what I'm saying? This game
right.
You feel me? They got
human,
swept type shit. So it's like they don't even want to talk about it. So, boy, it's like just find them tomorrow type shit.
Right.
So the fact that stuff like that can't happen and it's just media right there in your face as soon as you come out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't know. Like I feel like it should be something where it's just like, hey man, give them some time. We'll get on it tomorrow, or at least like team management, right? Like team management be like, hey, we come forward with this. You feel me? Anytime it's some kind of like blowout, just don't ask us no questions.
Right.
Common sense will tell you, bitch, be mad, bro.
Right.
Man, the last question. James Harden, right?
Yep.
This is literally like a sports man-to-man question. Like, okay, is James Harden done? You feel me? Because like at first, you know what I'm saying, he was on top of the world. He was doing his thing, but the minute you go outside of character and you talk about the next man and you try to talk trash about Giannis,
right?
Like what is your thoughts on that? Like, what's your thoughts on James Harden right now?
I don't know. I know he got to figure it out. I think he a talented dude, so I feel like it's on him. But guess I got to watch his mouth because
It look like they on your head top as of late. I think people was letting you slide before, but then you started talking about the man. Like I'm a Giannis fan. Giannis can't do no wrong right now. So, you know, like you say, you gotta. Hey, they've been triple teaming my boy as of late. They've been on them, so they ain't letting all that easy little 3-step step backs that you was doing. All that they reading that stuff now. You know, show the internet what you do. They
pretty
you
much.
know what I'm saying? So yeah, but you know, he's solid. I think players like that, you know, gonna always be good. You know, Kyrie done had, like you said, Kyrie done has a couple of games too. He's been like a little weird on the game and stuff like that. But I feel like you said, I feel like it's a mental thing for him right now. You know, everybody doubting him and all. Everybody think he's washed up. They say that, you're not that good without certain players around you.
Yeah.
They kind of giving him a kind of a Westbrook look to it now. It's like Westbrook wasn't good without, you know, everybody in what is the Thunder, you know, just pretty much stack sheeting them. So, you know, it's different when you got to do it on your own. So I feel like James Harden pretty much in the same sense. Them boys ain't just throwing him the ball no more. It's like, no, you got to come in. You got to try. Yeah, but yeah, you can't say stuff like that to the man up top. Giannis, he a dog. So
really.
Yeah,
and
he'll be all right.
Cause like my whole message on that was just like, bro, you gotta remain humble. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but it is.
Exactly. Like you can be on top for a certain period of time. You know what I'm saying? You can have 8 years straight on top, but you better believe it's somebody else coming for your spot. You feel me?
Every time, as soon as they see an opportunity.
Cause I felt like, bro, it's like as soon as he said, man, anybody can just run and dunk. As soon as he said that, man, Giannis been taking over the league. So.
Yep.
That's the best.
Yep. Your words can breathe fire too. He might have stayed mellow had you not said that. And I was like, okay, I got you.
But it became a straight dog, man.
That's all he needed was a little word from Harden.
Yeah. But yeah, man, this has been another episode of Uncle Bo TV, man. I've been Cuzzo Smith, bro. I appreciate you, Lincoln, for hopping on, man.
Yes, sir.
All love and peace, man. Appreciate you.
All right, boy. Stay in touch.
Yes, sir.